Hey, what's up, everybody? Bdf coming at you with another video. All right, so everything is good on my end. I've checked into the La Casa Motel. Of course, I just made a video just now talking about some basketball stuff that I hadn't had a chance to speak on. But I don't really know what I want to do with the rest of my day. I'm very happy to have an air conditioner in this room after 3 weeks without one. So I'm kind of cooling by this air conditioning. It's about 90 degrees out there, so I don't particularly desire to walk back and forth or anything right now. So I figured I'd just turn on the camera and chat. Everything is very good. I don't have a fridge in this room, so I am very fortunate that I ate all of my meat that I had for my meals. I was intending to leave myself enough to eat with tonight, but I listened to that voice inside of me and said, "Nah, finish it off last night." So I did, and now I look up and I don't have anywhere to refrigerate it for the next few hours. So I think that worked out perfectly. Yeah, man, I'll probably just order something and deal with the consequences of it because I know my stomach hates literally all things that ain't cooked. But I don't really particularly want to eat my stew without beef. So maybe I'll try to order some beef independently. I don't know who delivers beef to the house, or to this motel rather, but I'm sure there's some way to get it done. But I'll probably just order something outright. But yeah, man, I feel pretty good. Of course, there's always a little uncertainty with not knowing if I'm gonna be able to get a room tomorrow. But I think, as I said early in my long therapy session yesterday, that they had so many openings yesterday that they weren't expecting, and then a few openings today as well. So if they don't have a abnormally busy second half of the day today, which it looked like the lobby was looking great at 12 o'clock with nobody in there but me, then there should be plenty of rooms for me tomorrow, even though they're not expecting any openings tomorrow. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm very hopeful that they don't have a wave of people coming there and just snatch up all the rooms. Of course, there will be some people checking out today who will also need rooms tomorrow, people who checked out yesterday who will be coming back in today. But even with that being said, I think she said it was like 12 openings yesterday and expected 3 openings today. So if I can't get one of them 15 rooms, then I just have to stay here. So what I think my plan will be later on tonight, well after they are pretty much done with their work day, I'll just call in and see if there's any available places, rooms for tomorrow. That's what I think I'll do. And so I expect to probably call them around 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight and just say, "Hey, how's it looking for tomorrow?" And if everything looks on the up and up, then of course I can just make my way over there in the morning. If not, if for some reason they say, "Yeah, we're all filled up and nothing's going to be open tomorrow," then I just stay here. So it's looking pretty good as it pertains to how I'm going to plan that out. I'm not going to leave here unless I know there's a good chance I have a room available tomorrow. So I know it'll probably be first come, first serve, but the good thing is that you check out here at 10, so either way, I should be in a good space. It ain't like I can just lollygag around here. So, yeah, man, all things considered, I feel very good about my chances. I prayed about it. God pretty much gave me the thumbs up that I'll likely not have any trouble tomorrow. So that's how I'm looking at it. And yeah, man, everything else is good. I'd imagine I gotta figure out what I want to do with my day. Like I said, I usually go out, get some air, or do some art. I don't really feel like making any art right now. Not particularly. And there is some music I need to check out, so maybe I'll do that for a little bit. But I also don't really feel like doing that either. So just figured I'd turn on the camera, say what's up to y'all, man, and just express how my gratitude that things are working out. Continuously appreciate my uncle for sending what was necessary to pay for all of this, as he always does. And I'm very, very grateful for what he does for me and what my family continues to do for me and support. And yeah, it's a good Friday, man. Pretty warm, but it ain't bad at all, man. As I was saying in meditation last night, I did a lot of prayer last night. I feel like that room that I was in was very good for me, even though going into it I was a little uncomfortable because I knew it was a heat wave and there was no air conditioning. I'm used to having air conditioners every week, and for a heat wave there wouldn't be one. But by the time I left that room today, I was very thankful to have had that room. It was better than a lot of the rooms that have had AC in terms of how it was set up and all these different things. that go into the comfort level of a room, that was on the higher end of rooms, despite not having air conditioning. So, given the fact that it was only hot for about 4 out of those 3 weeks of days, spread out, not even consecutively, I didn't really deal with too much heat anyway. And so I was very thankful about how that room played out. And that's why I try to challenge myself not to anticipate things being poor or go in with a bad attitude about things. Because when she initially told me that they didn't have any air conditioned rooms, and I had already been talking about the heat that was coming, I initially went into a pessimistic space saying, damn, this is going to really suck. But the reality was it was not going to. I was going to enjoy the days where it was hot, because I definitely did. And then the rest of the time I was going to be in a space for which I was comfortable. So it just goes to show that a lot of times my mind, without projecting on anybody else, will psych me out to think that things are not going to be good because of what it is I'm expecting. But just like I often say, what's on the schedule may not necessarily be what's on the report when it's all said and done. And you want to have a good attitude about what's to come. And that's kind of what my buddy was telling me yesterday. As I was telling her that a lot of times I tend to overthink things in anticipation of them being pessimistic from my point of view. And she was just saying, you just keep a smile on your face and you keep the faith. You know what I mean? In regards to circumstances, you keep the faith and keep a smile on your face. And that's what I tell all of you guys. That's the attitude to have when going into situations that don't look good. Because a lot of times it could be that attitude that will shift the way you approach whatever it is, whether it's favorable in your eyes or not. You can make the most of it with a good attitude. You can improve the environment around you with a good attitude. Now, a lot of times things can be so bad that it's very difficult to do that, but just the same, that should be the goal, is to have a good attitude and keep the faith and use those opportunities to build your character, and so that's what I tell all of you guys going into whatever you're going into next. That exact template of thought. Let your character be built from the difficulty and allow your attitude to improve the circumstance itself. And if you come in with gratitude, you won't have that mentality that this is the worst thing in the world and that you hate it, but more so that you are grateful to be alive and you can make the best of it, regardless of what it really is. And so we see people going through things that are most difficult in the world. A lot of times you see people in those environments with a smile on their face, they're dancing, they're happy somehow, and it's because of their attitude leads the way. The attitude truly leads the way. The room's going to be what the room is. What are you while in the room is the question. Are you happy? Are you prayerful? Are you grateful? Are you angry? Are you complaining? Are you sour? Your mood can tend to lead the way. And so let it be a good leader. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. Ain't much else on my mind. Bdf 44. I thank y'all for watching. Out.